What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Executives View. I'm your host, Aaron Sirius Simmons, and this is the view from on top. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with the executives, and I do appreciate that. Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, ProMe, for organic sleep, quality of material for your bedding, man. Use our exclusive code Executives 2026 to get 50% off for all your purchases on the website. Again, that's ProMe for your betting, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with the executives. I do appreciate that. You guys know how I get down. If you see the show, share the show. We're all over the place, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. We're doing big things in big places, and definitely want to take everybody along for the journey. I don't do this by myself, man. I got a couple of brothers that are sitting here ready to chop it up and talk about everything around the world of sports. The homie Villa's in the building. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
Villain, what's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody.
Yo,
What's going on?
What's going on, man? We got a lot to talk about and a lot of time to get into it, man. The homie Larry is in the building. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
What up, fellas, man? Hey, I'm in here, bro. Hey, I'm in here. Too much to talk about today. Hey, look, it's been crazy. Hey,
Hmm.
I'm getting like Corey, man. I'm like NFL gotta be saying to themselves, they gotta be like double dutch over here trying to jump in. They ready. They locked and loaded, bro. It's crazy.
What's my saying, man? Get in where you're fitting, man, because real talk, the NBA is not playing, man. But before we dive into, you know what? I can't even hop, skip, and jump around it, man. Let's go to work, man. Um, Kawhi Leonard. Let's start there. Is going back to the Toronto Raptors for Brandon Ingram, some cash compensation, some picks. I'm not too sure how you guys want to take it. We can go down piece by piece, or we can just run it up and then start talking, man. But I definitely want to start out with Kawhi Leonard going back to Toronto. Villain, where's your head at, big dog?
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. I it's not like I didn't see something coming from the Clippers. I felt like they were going to try to get out of the not the Kawhi Leonard business in general, but the whole experiment with him. Right? I think it was they had a lot of iterations. It was a failed experiment. Didn't bring the championship home like they thought it would. This team severely underachieved for quite a while. Can't get everybody healthy at the same time. A lot of different issues going on in Los Angeles. New arena, beautifully built, and can't get a winner in there. And Ballmer can't have that. You're always competing with the Lakers. You're not in their building, but you're competing with them for viewership and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not surprised that they blew it up. I'm surprised that Kawhi Leonard is on the move. I'm surprised that he's going back to Toronto, getting the haul that they got back. I think it's what 4 picks that they got back,
Yeah.
and they got Brandon Ingram back.
Mhm.
Nice young piece they can build around if he can stay healthy. So I kind of like what the Clippers are doing, but surprised that Leonard is on his way back to Toronto. I mean,
Mhm.
it makes them with him and Scotty Barnes, a really good defensive team. Somebody that you got to contend with. Not sure if they can eclipse the Knicks. People are not even putting the Pistons in that conversation, but
The Pistons haven't done anything. Why would you?
well, they were the 1 seed. We got to put a little respect on them, right? Just a little bit. But um, listen, I think Boston will take a step back. We'll talk about what's going on in Boston, but this Toronto team was a number 4 or 5 seed. Without him, it definitely puts them in a good spot to be a contender for a top seed in the East.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it like this: like Kawhi Leonard is a few years removed from his last stint there. Scotty Barnes is a solid dude, but I like the fact that they were able to keep RJ Barrett in
Yes.
this deal.
Yeah.
But Larry talking to me, big dog. Kawhi Leonard is going back to Toronto. Where's your head at?
Oh man, that dude must got like a hell of a accountant because them Toronto taxes is crazy. And I thought he was coming to the Mavs because I'm like he played here in San Antonio where I'm at right now. I thought he was coming back to the Mavs because it's much more friendly on your pocket in Texas. You keep a lot of your money, no state tax. But I guess I don't know. He like cold winters, and he wants to go to Toronto. And I'll go even further. Um, it's one of the things to me where what is Balmer doing? What is he doing? Because you remember he had the whole Paul George, the whole Kawhi, James Harden. So PG's gone, Harden's gone. You bring back in Garland, and now who was left? Kawhi. So
Mhm.
now that you ship Kawhi, are you into a full rebuild? What we called it before? What did we say? What Mike? What we didn't say? It's not a
Call it
mini
retool.
Retool.
retool. That's what we retool. That's what we do. Are you into a retool? Because we know how that West is, dude. The West is a gauntlet, man. Hey, you gotta come with Thanos and his five rings in the West, man. Like, yeah, it's
Six
no joke.
Infinity Stones.
It's, yeah,
Infinity
you gotta
Stone,
have
right?
Infinity Stones. Hey, and you got that two-headed monster between San Antonio and the Thunder that you have to compete with.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't see this Clipper team as being a team that um, is going to be in that quote unquote competition to come out the West. But overall, I don't not like the trade, but I don't like the trade. Does that make sense? It's like you get Kawhi, but did you give up too much for Kawhi? Because Brandon Ingram is a good player when he's healthy. Uh, he
I mean,
probably
he's
like,
been
man,
healthy for a good portion of his
yeah.
career. Like the past few years, he's been healthy.
Well, no, the year before in New Orleans, he was hurt for a bit of the year. This past one in Toronto, he was relatively healthy. But it's one of them things where it's like, man, I know he probably like, man, I wish I'd have kept my old crib in LA. he made full
Yeah.
circle around here. He right back in LA. But like I said, I think them giving up the first two, I think that was a little bit too much for Kawhi. I think they're hoping they can re-spark some of that magic they had in Toronto. But overall, I mean, yeah, I mean, I would have my preference. I would have preferred Aaron, and don't say this the wrong way. Don't think the wrong way. I would have preferred to see Kawhi mentor Cooper Flag. I would have wanted to see him in Dallas, but that's just my preference. Barry, it may be a couple of losses more for your Knicks next year. I mean, but I don't. I'm be honest with you, dude. Don't get mad at me, but I don't see the Knicks coming out the East next year. So.
I just think it's coming out this year, and they caught fire, so we can't really say that.
Well, no, 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 no. This was their year. What did we say? This was their year. This is the year the Knicks should have came out, should have went to the finals. If they were ever going to win a championship, this was their year. But I don't see them next year coming out the East again. So it just got a little bit harder. That's all.
I mean, I don't hate it, but these all season moves, it's very difficult to knock the champ out right now. Like they haven't lost anybody. But I do like what the Toronto Raptors are doing.
Well,
Um,
the Knicks Achilles heel will be back next year, bro. They'll be back next year.
I mean, Halliburton.
Pacers in general with Halliburton will be back next year.
What have
So,
what have the Pacers done to improve themselves?
oh
Like
yeah, I
I'm
forgot. And
not
they
gonna
got
Outside of
they
no
got
arbitrarily
ghost.
say I'm not
they
gonna
got
arbitrarily say because Halliburton comes back that the Knicks are in trouble. I can't say that after what
I
I just saw.
mean, 'cause, dude, you gotta think about it. They still got what's the other guy who came from Toronto?
Are you
I'm
talking about
having
Yeah,
Pascal
Pascal.
Siakam. Siakam.
Siakam with Halliburton, and then that's another guy who came off the Clippers. They got what's the big guy from the Clippers? So all he did it was replace Miles. So I mean, you're essentially gonna get that Pacers team back. And I'm just being real, Barry. Have they not been a thorn in your ass with Halliburton?
Of course, they've been a thorn.
They've
I'm
been a
not going to
thorn.
discount that, but I ain't. Who you gonna call? I ain't scared of no ghosts.
But
I
I
ain't
don't
scared.
see. I feel like this, and I'm gonna put it out there like that. I don't see the Pacers winning like they won like 19 games. I don't see them winning 19 games with Halliburton, Pascal, and I don't know. I'm having a brain lapse. The big center that they got from the Clippers. I don't see them
Oh,
winning 19 games
Is
next
uh,
year.
Zubac? Is Zubac
Yeah,
still there?
Zubac.
no, no.
Yeah, Zubac. Zubac is in Indy
Hmm.
too. Yeah, and that guy's good. He's good. He's good for like 19 and 10 every night. So, like I said, I don't see them winning 19 games, dude. I think they're gonna be right back in the thick of the East again.
No, they'll be back. I mean, that this was the year that they were supposed to be down because of the injuries. They'll be back, but at the end of the day, to be the man, woo,
Woo!
you got to beat the man. And listen, like we're the champs. We're the champs. I don't
I
care.
mean,
We're the
there,
champs.
I'll give you the props, but dude, I'm giving you a props, but the man in the East is Boston. We
No,
know
it ain't
they might
Boston.
No.
No.
the
We can't
We're
say
the
man
that.
man. We're the
the
man. We
man
are the champs.
right
Put some
now. You're the
respect
man.
on our
You're
name.
the
Respect.
man. I'm no to all the respect in the world, but if you think about the East, who has went in the last 10, 5, 6 years? Who's went to more Eastern Conference Finals? The
No,
Celtics.
listen. I
The
agree.
Celtics.
I agree with you. But we're the champs. They're not. They haven't been the champs for over 2 years,
Dude,
and
it
this
was
team
very.
is a mess right now. They're a mess
No,
right
they
Yeah, they
they
are.
they Brown is still there, and they are
now. For now,
technically they
and
were a
Brown's
if
about to
they
get
don't
moved.
trade Larry, if they don't trade Brown, it's gonna get nasty in Boston.
well. They've
You
been through
know
this
this.
before. They've been through this before. How many years they've been talking about breaking up
Yeah,
Brown and
but this is.
Tatum?
I think that I feel like this is the last straw, bro. Like you got to agree, Larry. Like this has to be the last straw because they didn't. They wanted to trade him desperately. They didn't push their chips in the middle to get Giannis all the way, and now they got egg on their face, and he doesn't
But
want
you
to
know
be
what?
there. I don't
But you
feel
know
like he
what
wants to be
solves? You know what solves all that? Winning.
there.
Winning solves all that, bro.
They were
And we've
winning
seen this.
They
last
were
year.
winning
We've
with
seen,
Jalen Brown.
dude,
They were
Tatum.
winning last
They,
year.
no, dude, they would have beat the Sixers if Tatum didn't get hurt, bro. They were handling them every game that Tatum played.
They rushed
They were
Tatum
handling
back.
the Sixers.
No. We can't do this, Larry.
Yeah, they did. They rushed
We
him back
can't
because
do that, bro, because
nobody
we
felt that they
know
were going to have him.
we know sitting here today on the 30th of June that when they roll the ball out for training camp, whatever, Jalen Brown is not going to be there. We know that. We also know that
No,
right now the
it
New
hasn't
York
happened
Knicks
yet.
are the champs. Okay, nobody's beating them in weeks. They are the champs. We also understand that Kawhi Leonard has returned to his old stomping grounds in Toronto. We also understand that the Miami Heat are
I'm
loaded
not
to
counting.
do some other things.
No, they're not. They're not loaded. They're
Let
not.
me finish. Let me
They,
finish. Let me
they,
finish. Let me
they
finish
don't
because
have a team.
they just signed Tim Hardaway Jr. Okay, and again, I'm not saying he's going to be a world beater. They have no bench. Okay, but what I'm trying to get Larry to understand is just because Boston didn't do it this year, or just because Halliburton is coming back, does not necessarily discredit what the Knicks did. And let's
I
keep it a
did not
beam.
say that
The
I'm
East
discrediting them.
the
I'm just
East
saying that
is not a layup like it normally is.
what I'm saying is that the road for next year is not going to be as easy. That's all I'm saying. Unless the situations play out the way that they do, the road is not going to be as easy.
And we concede that, Larry. Like, listen, we
Yeah.
know it's not going to be as easy as it was last year. It's never easy for a champ to repeat. A champ hasn't repeated in over 8 years. We get that. You know what I'm saying? But like, um, I still like our chances. I think we're just as good as any team in the East. And honestly, it depends on how they can get Mitchell Robinson back. They did get Alvarado back. They re-signed Landry Shamet. He took a little less money to come back, a 4-year deal, well deserved for him. He was playing on a 2-way deal, and he got a 4-year deal out of it. Congratulations to him. But really, you're talking about Mitchell Robinson now. He's finished off a 4-year, $60 million deal. So
Mhm.
that equates to about $15 million a year, and the Knicks only have about $8 million in cap space left. So now it's gonna who's gotta bite the bullet? Either James Dolan on the second apron, or Karl Anthony Towns has to take less money on his extension. Is he willing to do that? We don't know. But Mitchell Robinson's important. He has to come back for this team to really be a viable threat in the East. So I'll concede that. So as constructed right now, without Mitchell Robinson in the fold, I don't know. We're good. I
That
don't
second,
think we're
hey,
good
that
enough.
second apron
But
is not pretty, bro. That second apron
you're at
not pretty.
1,000% right, and I don't think Dolan wants to do it. So it's really going to be, it's not going to hit. I don't know how it's going to hit this year. Next year is going to be where it really starts to make a difference, hitting that apron. So, But
dude, I'm just
the East, the Knicks are the team right now. Like
they are the man right now. But if you're looking at because we're talking about next season projections, we got to look at on paper. I don't see the Pacers winning 19 games. I see the Pacers being in contention because, like I said, the Pacers they get hot in the playoffs for some stupid reason. Halliburton starts going ape shit. I'm gonna just say what it is. Halliburton starts going ape shit in the playoffs, and they knock off some teams.
He's so
Boston,
inconsistent, though, bro. He's so inconsistent.
but
he's a
he
19
literally,
and a half to 22 point a game score.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, he'll give you that 20, 25, 28 point game, and then the next game he's like 9 points. It throws up.
Hey, look, he had the Thunder on the rope. Hey, I'm just being for real. He had the Thunder.
No, listen, I wish I known because I didn't watch the series all along with like millions of people that didn't watch that series. They only had an 8 million rating.
It was a good series,
got
but
like
he's
20.
it's a good series, but he's a playoff performer. I don't see that happening. And
I really don't. I can't say that he is though. I'm sorry to stop you. He's so.
They didn't rush him back. They didn't rush him back. They let him take his time off. So he's gonna come back not like Tatum. He's gonna come back healthy. We don't know what Boston's gonna look like, but right now, Boston currently constructed is gonna compete. And I'll throw another curveball at y'all. Which I think if they're healthy, they're gonna give some guys some headaches. I think that the Wizards are going to give a lot of guys headaches if they're healthy.
I don't see that because Anthony Davis is about to be on the move.
Not right now. We're talking about right now. We can't say what's going to happen. And right now, Washington said they have no intentions on moving him.
What do you expect them to say? Yeah, come get him. That's cool.
I don't know.
Even if you take AD out of the fold, right? Think about it. They have Trae Young, they got AJ, they got what's the other guy? Sar. Like, I think that Wizards are gonna give some guys some headaches, bro.
No, I think they're like on the cusp of being a play-in team, or like probably I would think maybe conceivably an 8-9 seed. I think that's totally within range for them. That's with or without Anthony Davis, because I never count him. Like, you know what I mean? Like the wind blows and he blows an ankle. Like I'm done with. I mean, like I don't know why people covet him still. Like, give me a break.
I mean, he's a name. He's a name. He's a tall name.
Yeah, Detroit picked up some shooters. Like, dude, I don't.
Yeah, they brought back Herder, right? They brought back
Herder, and they picked up somebody else. I forgot who it was. They picked up somebody else that can shoot, stretch the floor a little bit for him. Like I said, dude, who knows what's going on with Durant, because he may be out of there, but
Durant may be moving. Yeah,
he may be moving, but right now when you're looking at it, the landscape of the East, I don't think the landscape of the East is as wide open for a repeat. And like Barry said, there's not been a repeat champion since the Warriors. It's not been a repeat champion in years.
Yeah.
The NBA loves it. The NBA doesn't. The NBA wants parity.
Well, that's why the second apron is in place to have parity. You know what I mean? Like to not have the repeat champions, not have the dynasties, to discourage from building a dynasty. That's why it is. That's why it's here.
Look, I'll put it like this, and y'all gonna think I'm joking. I would rather see everybody else making moves. I just want my Rockets to do something. Damn it, do something.
I mean, I really thought y'all would have been in the mix for for maybe Ja Morant, but not. I don't know. I really don't know.
Here's what we're about to do.
I've been trying my best not to crash out.
We're about to sign Marcus Smart, and that's it. That's our only move we're making.
Would you be happy with that?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, Isaiah Joe from OKC. Yeah.
Dude, you know why I've really been trying not to crash out, dude? We literally have Aaron Holiday on our roster. The Trailblazers have already said they're gonna start Damian Lillard and Ja Morant. Mm-hmm. You know who they have on their team too?
Drew Holiday.
Ooh, Drew, who they probably would
Mhm.
move for peanuts. Pick up the phone, Raphael Stone. Pick up the phone.
So, but
Just,
wait, but wait,
just keep trying to pick up.
what's your cap space like, and what's your
We're
assets like?
in the first apron. We're
We're on the
not.
first April right now.
We're up against the second apron.
So,
But we got a
how
lot of.
much money do you have, and how many open spots do you have?
Give me a second.
But
I'll
we
tell
got a
you.
lot of dead salaries we can move, dude. We got a lot of
Well, that's
guys.
what I mean. You have to make moves first to be able
No,
to grab to make any
no,
other.
we just
No,
we just got
I'm
to
asking.
basically just got to send them some guys that they can dump the salary because the salary just got to match. That's it. And we
But
got plenty of guys like that.
do you think I don't think the
And
Blazers.
Fred is out for that. Just keep that in mind.
Barry,
Too.
I'll go even further, dude. We got a bunch of draft picks that we probably not even gonna do nothing with.
No, I agree with you, but what I'm saying is I don't know if the Blazers would give up Holiday for dead money.
Throw in some
You know what I mean?
first. They're in that retool. Throw in a bunch of first, and we're good. Throw in the
Well, they're not
first.
in a retool. They were a playoff team.
But they technically weren't even supposed to be a
Yeah, they
playoff
were
team.
playoff or
No,
playing.
hold on a second.
They
Aaron,
exceeded.
hold
They
on.
exceeded.
They were in the eight. They were the 8 seed, right? They got swept,
Yeah.
right?
They
Who?
exceeded
By
expectations.
OKC.
The
They got
Blazers?
swept.
No, they got. Yeah,
They
yeah,
played
they got
the Spurs. They played the Spurs, right? Didn't they
Yeah,
play
the
the
Spurs.
Spurs?
They got a game.
Yeah, they got
They
one.
won the play in though. They won the play in to get in,
Sure.
and then they lost
They
to
were
the
the 7
Spurs.
seed. You got to throw a
Mhm.
little
Yeah.
respect away.
But nobody expected them to even be that high, bro. That's why
You gotta go
Tiago
score
still
with
has a
coach yet.
job
We
right
gotta
now.
score what they're doing with coach yet.
Yeah, nobody expected them to do that. So, like I said, dude, I'm gonna be real with you, dude. Like they were in the kind of quote unquote retool. They probably would move Drew for some dead money and some first. They probably would move Drew. But you got to pick up the phone and call them and see what they want first.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I think Raphael Stone's he probably in Cancun or something, just vacationing. Like, I don't care if it's all the moves are being made. I'm on vacation right now. My phone, don't call me.
It's
Getting on my
annoying.
nerves. It's annoying.
Speaking of moves, we already touched on it. The Trailblazers go ahead and bring over John Morant to pair with Dame Dollar, and that crew in exchange for Grant and Chris Murray. Um, I'm not sure I like this move for Ja.
I don't think Ja gets a choice. He's lucky he's in the league. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
I'm not sure I like this move for Ja.
I don't like it for Ja, but I do like it for Ja because you know what? Who he needs? An adult in the building. You know who's an adult in the building? Dame Lillard. So you want to learn how to play in this league and hold yourself up to a certain standard. There's nobody else better to learn from than Dame Dollar. So I do like this move for him. On the court, I think it's a bad move, but like for Ja Morant to restore his go off in the corner and fix your crap. Go into Portland, which is off in the corner, nobody thinking about you, and get your ish together. You know what I'm saying? So I do like this move for Ja Morant. Like off the court. On the court, like I don't see the fit. But yeah, like everything else, I do like it.
Yeah. Larry, talk to me, man. Ja.
Like, I don't like giving up Grant. I think
Grant too. But I mean, they did just make a move and sign Brandon Carlson, big 7-footer, to a 1-year deal. So
yeah. Well, another 7-footer. Don't they have like 8 7?
They got 18 billion of them, dog. Like
they got Klingon. They got.
they're collecting them like Pokemon balls. Like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you forget they just resigned Williams. They just resigned him too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, listen. To be fair, everybody needs a couple big 7-footers to go against Wemby. You know, Wemby crying Yama. So
you know who needs point guards and front court depth? I don't want to see Steven Adams. I mean, yeah, he needs to be limited role. I
don't want to see him. I don't want to turn it to the Rockets joint, bro. But
yeah, man. I'm just saying, I feel like it's something that can be worked out with the Blazers and be like, hey, you got too many points and too many bigs. You know who needs a point, another point, and another big? Hey, right here. But I real talk, dude, I actually like it for Ja because first of all, you got to remember Ja had no trade market, right?
Absolutely.
Um,
And they got
none.
something for him.
Well, no, they had to sip a first with him too, which crazy how guys are getting traded with a first to get rid of him, just go away and take
Hmm.
a first with
Yeah,
it.
just go
That's
somewhere. Yeah.
nasty
Um,
work.
and the Grizzlies they needed to make that move too because remember they traded Jaren Jackson, so they needed like a Jeremy Grant. They
Yeah.
needed a four, and he can stretch a little bit. He need to be a little bit more consistent, but they needed another kind of quote unquote stretch four.
Mhm.
So it kind of worked out, for both. And like for Grant, of course he doesn't have to compete with all these other bigs on the Grizzlies like he did with the Trailblazers. And hopefully, I'll put it like this: I wish all these young guys the best, and maybe he needs a reset. He needs to be like, okay, I'm in Portland. Not a lot to do in Portland, but concentrate on basketball. Hopefully, they limit his flights so he can't, fly out the city too much. But you know what? Like I say, hopefully he gets more focused on basketball career than all of the, off the court stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes guys need that. They need to be like, hey, get away from your crew that you've been
Yeah.
around, get away
Yeah.
from all these bad influences, and hey, look, you go over there. And then like I say, he has Lillard. Like I say, he has Lillard and Drew Holiday right now. Two really good vets. Drew Holiday is the consummate pro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Consummate pro.
Hmm.
So hopefully they can get him to kind of turn his career around. But overall, that's the one trade that I didn't really have a problem with. Um, just because think about that draft class, dude. Like, dude, the Pelicans can't give away Zion right now. Like,
They're not.
literally
I
can't give him
don't think
away.
they're actively shopping him though. That's the thing. Like
I mean,
we're hearing things. We're hearing
his
things
name
about
keeps coming
he
up.
he may go here, he may go there, but I don't see any. I don't see the Pelicans actively shopping him either.
I think they've been shopping him for a while. It's just he's in that Ja Morant fold where it's like Ja because of the off court issues, and then he started getting hurt.
Hmm.
With Zion, it's the weight and the off court issues. So it's like he has no trade market. I was actually talking to my boy the other day, and I told him, I said, dude, when you look back at that draft, and everybody was like, "Oh, let me get Zion, let me get Ja. They're the two of the best ones of the draft." You know who's quietly been the best person of the draft? RJ. Hey Barry, your Knicks that RJ trade helped y'all out, and Knicks
No,
fans was
that RJ that RJ Barrett trade put the Knicks in the position to win the chip. I've
That's
said it. I
that's
said
when
it
I
on,
got you
on my
Ananobi, right?
show. I've said it a lot
huh?
of times. Like, what's that?
That's when I got you Ananobi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we traded quickly, who was a redundant guard, and RJ Barrett, who was an inconsistent wing guy as far as a shooter, and we got a 3-and-D guy that is really one of the better, if not one of the best defenders in the league. It like I said on my Knicks show, that we had, Orange and Blue Sky. Shout out to Joe and Anthony. The fit was better with Ananobi, so I totally agree with you.
Yeah, dude. But Knicks fans were pissed because remember they was ready to go to the NBA office and tear it down because they felt like they should have got the number one pick to get Zion.
Yeah,
Remember they
yeah,
had
yeah.
the
Oh
worst
yeah.
record. Yeah, they had the worst record that year, and they were like, "How did we not get the first pick?" Because everybody thought Zion was going to New York, and the class of that draft was supposed to be Zion and Ja, and you see Ja basically getting like discarded, and there's no trade market for Zion right now. Like, dude, if somebody came to New Orleans and offered, I don't know, a first and a quality player, they probably could get Zion, but nobody wants to trade for Zion, and you don't know if he's going to be 212 this week and 305 next week.
That's
Uh,
tough. That's crazy
yeah,
work. That's crazy work.
yeah, yeah, dude. Like
I mean, he
nobody
looked
knows.
good, right, for a minute, right?
Yeah. But then I can tell you what's going to end up happening because he's been carrying all that weight for all them years and he stays hurt. God's going to be like, is he going to always be hurt? Because that's a
Yeah.
lot of wear and tear on your body. He was a
I
big
think
dude. He
the
was a big dude to begin with.
I think the move that I've seen so far was the Phoenix Suns getting Miles Bridges from Charlotte, and
Yep.
pairing him
That was a good move.
with Dylan Brooks, with
Mhm.
Green, Book, in exchange for Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal and a couple draft picks.
Mhm.
Peanuts.
Um,
Peanuts.
I
But I
mean,
but
Royce
the
O'Neal, a
move
2029 first pick and a 2027 second pick.
but
So yeah,
the trade I like the most right now, outside of Giannis,
you like the Giannis
oh,
thing?
no. I mean, it's a big move for Miami. They had to do it. I don't
Yeah.
like it, but it's a big move. I'm
I
just
don't think
saying.
it makes them any
We
better.
already talked about that. The trade I really like is Lamelo Ball to Minnesota. I really like that move for Minnesota.
You're gonna turn this into a rocket show, Barry. You're gonna turn this into a rocket show.
No, I said Minnesota.
You're gonna turn this into a rocket
Minnesota.
show.
No,
You're gonna
I'm
turn this
not
into a
turning
rocket
this
show.
into a rocket show. You are turning this into a rocket show.
Because you know why I say that, Aaron. So
I,
you're not in a rocket yet, Aaron. How long I've been saying I want Lamelo? How
yeah,
long?
at least
How
two
long?
years. At
At
least two
least two
years.
years.
At least 2 years.
And if I'm Charlotte, and that's why I said, dude, like nobody must want to talk to the Rockets at all. They must not want to, because if Lamelo was available and you had a choice between Randall's ass or Jabari, I'm quite sure they would have took Jabari, hands down. But you got to pick up the phone and call him. And now he went to somebody in your own division
On division.
with Ant. With Ant. That's gonna give us some headaches, bro. That is gonna give
Yeah,
us some
but I
headaches.
like the move for Lamelo. I think it's a good
Yeah,
fit with
it's a
Anthony
good fit.
Edwards. It's a guy that he needed a guy that can space the floor.
Mhm.
Julius Randle clogs. He clogs everything. He's not a fit on any team, to be honest with you. Just the way he plays. This is a guy that can get space the floor for Ant Man and give him an outside threat and get help him not have to do so much on the offensive end as far as trying to create his own shot and facilitate. Like the offense doesn't have to completely run through Ant Man to do everything. Now you got a guy in Lamelo that can help balance that out. So I really like this move from Minnesota, and all they had to give up was Nas Reed, and I think another first round pick. So I love the move for them.
Dude, I'll go even further, dude. LaMelo Ball is probably, I'm gonna say, top three passers in the league.
No, without doubt.
Yeah, probably top. And his court vision is crazy, dude.
At least top five at the very least, right?
At the very least, right? You know when Gobert was at his best, catching lobs, getting easy shots. So I don't think this move just only helps Ant. I think it helps Gobert,
Mm-hmm.
helps what's the other guy they got? McDaniels.
McDaniels, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
DiVincenzo
those
when he was
guys,
back.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Now they don't have to worry about
Finding the
creating
shooter,
inside.
right? Finding the
Yeah,
shooter.
yeah. Just find the guy, let them get open, work their way open. Uh, Gobert and Ant, they're probably going to catch at least 5 live a game. That's going to be crazy. Crazy.
Crazy work. I love it. I think it's a great move from Minnesota. I think they fixed some things. I think they fixed
But,
some things. They had
but
to address getting rid of Randall and then getting a guy like Melo, and they did it.
they had to jettison Randall to get LaMelo. But if I'm jettison Randall to get LaMelo and had to give up Nas Reed, like I say, if you're a Rockets fan, you're like, hey, I had Jabari right here, and I could have threw in Reed Shepard and packaged him first, and that would have been a much better
Nobody
deal.
wants Jabari. You don't even want him. Why would somebody
No,
else want him?
Rockets fans act like he's so valuable and he's an essential
He's
part of the
not, dude.
team,
Oh my God.
dude. Dude,
Larry,
they
what is the name of our group thread? Jabari Smith Hate Club. That's the name of
yes,
our group thread.
but I mean we're in the collective, but most Rockets fans, that dude is going into like his 4th year, and they're like, oh, he's still young, he's gonna get better. No, we know who he is right now, and like I said, if I'm the Hornets, I would have took him and maybe Reed and some first over Nas. That's just me. If I'm the Hornets and you're looking to rebuild, but once again, you gotta pick up the phone. Gotta pick up the phone.
All right,
Not
so
happening.
let's go to work with this band-aid off. LeBron James is not playing in Los Angeles. Um, all signs look towards him potentially going to Golden State. I had been in the middle of a couple arguments today that also potentially has him going to back to Miami, back to Cleveland, or a dark horse team in the Minnesota Timberwolves has also started to surface. Now, I know I'm in the minority here with two card carrying LeBron James haters, so it is what it is. But where does LeBron James play ball in 2026? Barry, talk to me.
I'll let Barry go first.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care where he plays. Who cares? He's old. He's old. He's old. Like, no, seriously, like, honestly, like, he's gonna have to take less money to play somewhere, to fit in somewhere, and go chase another ring. He's a jumper. All right. You know, he wants to be Michael Jordan so bad. He figured, well, I can't win the championships. Like, I might as well be the jump man. I jump from team to team. That's what I'm going to do. Like, the guy's not. Listen, I am a hater. But the thing is, I don't even know if Golden State's a foregone conclusion, because, like I said, he has to take a lot less money to fit in there, right? To fit in salary rise.
Mm-hmm. Now, Draymond did opt out to give the flexibility for him to do that.
Sure, but that's still contingent on, if, to your point and Larry's point, if AD's available, if Golden State wants to trade him, because from what I heard, the only way he goes to Golden State if AD goes with him. So, which tells you what I told other people, and they didn't want to believe me. Either he knew about the Lakers trading AD for Luka Doncic, or they didn't consult you because you don't matter. So pick one. So, but either way, his tenure in LA is over. And one thing I have to say this, and I know you're gonna yell at me. I'm gonna say it anyway, and I don't really care. LeBron is a great player that played for the Lakers. LeBron is not an all-time great Laker. And anybody that doesn't understand what I just said, run it back really slowly and understand what I just said. Like, I hate all these stupid bronze sexuals. No, he's the greatest Laker. No, he's not. He is not. He's not even top 5 greatest Laker of all time. He's a great player that played for the Lakers. He's not an all-time great. Like, get it together. But if I had to put money on it, I think he goes back to Cleveland. I think that's where he should go, to be honest with you.
Okay.
The fit in Golden State makes sense. I don't know if the money is going to make sense. I don't. But it doesn't make sense in Cleveland either, because they're fighting against the second apron too. So, again, right. LeBron's not getting $50 million this year. Wherever he goes, he has to fit in and take less money. Where does he do that? I don't know.
I got into this argument with the homie earlier today, and he mentioned Miami. All right. And the thing I cautioned him against Miami is, if LeBron ends up in Miami, he automatically becomes option 1. I don't care if Giannis is there. I don't care if Bam's there. They just signed Tim Hardaway Jr. Like, he's been there, done that, and got 2 chips out of it, right? If he goes to Cleveland, you got 2 ball-dominant guards that now have to essentially share the rock with LeBron James. I've never seen Spider or James Harden play second fiddle to anybody, which is part of their problem. I also heard Minnesota. It's intriguing, but I don't think that happens there. Golden State makes the most sense. LeBron and Steph were at the end of their career. You don't really need money. Money's nice. You don't really need accolades. You won them all, did it all. If you listen to LeBron James talk, the one person he said he wanted to play with that he's never played with is Steph. The dominoes are starting to fall. Now, if it happens, do I think it's going to happen or has it happened yet? No. But you get Draymond Green to do what he did. You get LeBron to strategically do what he did to ensure that his son got paid, which was brilliant on his part.
Brilliant on his part.
It was
That's nasty work, man. That's nasty work. You know you wasn't going to be here.
It was sure brilliant. I mean, he knew after the season was over he wasn't going to be there, but he also knew that if he said that he was going to be gone, that his son wouldn't get his bread. That his son has got $2.3 million.
Daddy got to help you get a job.
That is the worst contract in the league, bro. That has
I mean, it is. But again, he made brilliant move by him, planning that out. But anyway,
$1 million a point.
It's literally like bringing your kid to work so he can get a summer internship. That's literally what LeBron is doing.
If I can bring Malik to work and guarantee him $2.3 million, bro, strap up, we're going to work. I mean, I'm not mad at that, but I think all signs point to him being in Golden State.
I mean, LeBron fits in pretty much anywhere.
He does.
But here's what, and I'll let Larry chime in. LeBron has to realize that nobody's waiting on you, dude. Like this ain't the decision. Like the league's not going to stop and not going to, like, the Heat could have probably signed him if they knew he was available before they signed Tim Hardaway. But they're not going to wait for you. That's not happening. Right? So a lot of these teams are going to move on. They're going to make moves. They're going to sign people and get to build their team the way they need to. If LeBron don't hurry up and make a decision, he going to be left out.
I don't believe that. Respectfully,
I wholeheartly believe that.
I don't believe that because it's LeBron freaking James. We can say that with Joe.
He's old. This ain't the young LeBron.
He's still him.
No,
he's still him.
No, he's not. He's not
LeBron,
him.
Right
he's
now,
the third,
right
he was the
now,
third option on a crappy Lakers team.
LeBron James is still a top 10 player in this league right now.
If he was a top 10 player in this league, then why hasn't anybody signed him yet?
Because he makes a decision as to where he goes. That's his call. You think his phone hasn't been blowing up with offers? It's his call.
No.
Tien is pushing it, bro. Tien is pushing it.
No,
dude.
His phone is blowing up for him to take league minimum and mid-level exception offers. He's not him. He's not him. He would be getting $60 million this year if he was him. He's not him. They're trying to fit him in to get $5 million a year to come on the team to be the third option. He's not that dude. His name.
It's his name. He can't do it because of him.
And that's my point. And that's my point, Larry.
Because of him. No, he can't do it. He can't do it because of him. You know, the league put that rule in now that guys can't do that. They can't take
exactly.
Because that's what they were doing, trying to jump on his team.
Let me ask you a question, though, Villain.
Nobody's calling him.
When he signs with Golden State, Miami, Cleveland, whatever, what do you think that number's going to be?
15.
Yeah, about 15. Because you can't do those $2 million deals anymore. The league banned those. You can't do those. You can't do
15?
those.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, I think it's like 15. You can't.
That's the number that's being floated around. 15 million ish. Maybe 20.
You know how guys used to, at the end of their careers go jump on these really good teams for like $1 million
league minimum or whatever. I mean, Jordan did year-to-year deals like that.
Yeah, but Jordan did $30 million deals.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't do
$40 million
minimum deal. Like we're talking about when I think Melo signed a vet minimum, or not a vet minimum, but like a mid-level exception to go to the Lakers. Like you won't do that. He won't do that. He can't do that.
Yeah, that's going to be weird to see what happens. But LeBron James is done in LA. I think he pops up in Golden State.
Listen, he had a good run in LA. You know what I mean? He got them one chip, and got them a lot of 7 and 8 seeds and lackluster playoff experiences, and sometimes he didn't even make the playoffs at all. And
I mean,
found out
he was
that the
there
West
8
is a
years.
much harder
He was there 8
animal.
seasons.
He found out the West is a much harder animal,
Mhm.
and all those easy roads he had in the East aren't the same coming out the West. He found that out. He,
He
he
got the
found
bubble championship. He
he
won his
found that
fourth. He won his
yeah,
fourth MVP.
he found out you're not gonna get Toronto who does meltdowns every year. You're not gonna get that. He found that out.
Where's
Dude,
he going, Larry? Where's he going?
Where's he going, bro?
he's going to the Ohio State Buckeyes.
You're funny, man. He's gonna play tight end for the
You
Ohio
might
State
as well
Buckeyes.
get the NAL money, right? Get
Yeah,
that
because
NAL money.
he's gonna say, well, Jordan got a NCAA championship. I'm about to go win one too. I need an NCAA championship ring, and guys are going back to college because they still have eligibility left. Because he's gonna be like, I never played college basketball, and he's gonna sign the largest NIL deal in history for $20 million a year. I mean, but real talk, dude. I'm gonna throw a dark horse at y'all, and y'all gonna really trip out. 'Cause, I'm gonna say, let me clarify this. As
You
me
gonna
and
say
Barry,
Washington?
so me and Barry are the resident LeBron haters. Basketball, not as the person,
Mhm.
not in his personal life. It has nothing to do with that. From the basketball standpoint, right? For me, it's the basketball standpoint.
I was just messing. I'm playing around.
The
I
basketball
don't know him
standpoint.
personally.
Yeah,
I think
I don't know him
he's a
personally.
maniac,
Just the
but
basketball
I
standpoint.
can't prove that.
Yeah, for anybody watching, but I'm gonna throw out the Spurs. I'm gonna throw out the Spurs. Um, Dude is a ring chaser for one, and Aaron, you're the LeBron fan over here. He's been saying the only other superstar he hasn't played with was Steph, but you know who else he always say he wants to play for? Coach Pop. Even
Probably
though
the
he's
coach.
not coaching, even though he's not coaching, but he said he always wanted to play for Coach Pop. He did. And because Pop is still, isn't he still like the VP or something or
He's. I
something?
mean, he's still involved and he's still
Yeah,
around. So yeah.
he's still
Yeah, he's
involved.
in the front office. He's in the front
He's
office.
he's in the front office, and it could be one of them things where, hey, I always wanted to be in an organization with Coach Pop, which you've said it over and over and over again. Hey, he's on the tail end of his career. Hey, that 15 million goes a whole lot longer in Texas with no state income tax. I could see him saying, "Hey, I'm the missing piece to get these young guys over the hump." Even though he doesn't traditionally like to play with young guys, but I could see that happening. I
Can
could
they
see.
afford him though? Because they just gave Champagne money, and
Yeah, they could afford
they
him.
brought
Yeah,
back
Yeah.
Harrison
they
Barnes
can
too.
afford him because the
I
only
mean,
person
Harrison
that's
Brown's on
making
a
money
1 year
on there is
deal.
Fox. Yeah, Fox is the only person making money on that team, real money right now.
They need
Um,
to trade him immediately.
but
Hey, yo, come see me in Houston.
yeah, pick up the phone, man. Look,
I don't.
dude,
Why do you want that evil
dude,
Ricky Bobby?
I don't. I
man,
need
look,
a competent guard. I need
He's
look.
that.
not competent.
You
He's not.
look, y'all gonna think I'm joking. Y'all ever seen Avengers and what's called had that old little phone with one number in it? I'm really starting to think that's Raphael Stone's phone. He got
So
like
you
this
think he's Tony
old,
Stark with trying to call Captain
yeah,
America on a flip phone?
yeah. He only got one phone number in his phone. It's like, you know what? I can't call nobody else in the league because these guys only got one person's number.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make no
Tony
sense.
Stank. Tony
Tony
Yeah,
Stank.
Tony
Stank.
Stank. Tony Stank. But yeah, I can
Rest
see.
in peace,
I,
Stanley.
yeah, like I could definitely see him going to the Spurs. Um, I for
That's
sure could see him
nasty.
going back to Cleveland because even though the fit isn't there, you know, he's always said I'm not a Cleveland guy. I'm from Akron, but we all know he loves Cleveland.
Yeah,
He
he loves
walks on
Cleveland.
water in Cleveland. He does whatever he wants to do in Cleveland.
He does that in
Um,
Miami too. So
Barry,
anyway, he wins the
I
ring.
could I could see him. I could see him. On your Knicks because he can be like, hey, well, I only like
I
playing
would
in big
love to
markets.
see that. I would love to see that.
Hey, look, hey, he could get that Mitchell Robinson money and be like, hey, I'll take the Mitchell Robinson money
No,
I
because
would
we can't
love
afford
it. Yo,
him.
I
We
would
can't
go
afford him.
crazy if
he
We
loves.
can't.
LeBron ended New York.
Hey, you
We
know
can't
what? It could
afford
be a sign and trade, and Bridges go out, or somebody else goes out. Hey,
him. We
the
can't
Lakers talking
afford
about
him.
they need another big. But I mean, if you think about it, he loves being
It's
in.
okay. It's okay. We can't afford him. So don't
He
put that
loves
on.
being in big market teams, and he's not going to the Nets. So, and he loves big markets.
Listen. We do not want LeBron James here. We do not. There's
I
probably
wouldn't be
maybe a
surprised.
small sect of dumb Nick fans that do want. We don't want him here. We don't need him here. The time is up. We won the chip
Yeah.
without you. We don't need you. Go.
Until
We don't
Dolan
need
is
your
over
drugs
here.
here, Louis. You know what I mean? Like we don't.
Until Dolan is like, wait a minute, no, Leon Rose got too much credit for this. I need to get credit for this.
Right.
No, we're good. We good, fam. We don't need him here. We like
Look,
seriously, we don't. And we can't afford him. We only got about $8 million in cap space. That's
yeah,
why
but
we
if you do
were really brilliant in trading out of the first round, so they didn't have to pay the first round pick to get into that cap space.
you do
Like
work
I
that sign
said,
and trade, you can work
15, 20
work
million,
that
8 million.
work that sign and trade to get LeBron over there.
We
Hey,
don't want him here. There's no assets we want to give up to
he
get.
likes big
He's
market teams.
old. He's
He said it.
old.
He likes big market
Going,
teams.
We don't want him here.
Golden
We
State,
don't need
man.
him.
Golden
Go
State's
to
more likely.
Houston. Go to
Hey,
Houston.
he's not coming here. Dude, you're from
Oh, so
Akron. You
when
talking
I
about you
say
don't like Houston?
when you say he could come to New York, I gotta sit here and take it. When I say go to Houston, he's not coming here. He's not coming here.
No,
See how
You
dude.
got to pick up a
Real
phone
talk,
and make a phone call.
Barry. Barry, he said on record he does not like Houston. Dude, you from Akron? Akron got like 2 truck stops in a 7-Eleven. You talking about you don't like Houston?
What's that to
Dude,
like about Houston? What it do, baby? Paul Wall, Lil
yeah,
Kiki,
man.
Slim
Look, he come out here and
Thugger,
get him a grill.
Mike
Look,
Jones. I still got Mike
ooh.
Jones' phone number in my
Hey, look,
phone.
Barry. Look, you're gonna take what I say the wrong way, dude.
Yeah.
If we could sacrifice Jabari for LeBron, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all
Nobody
for it.
wants LeBron. Nobody wants
No,
Jabari.
I will take
No.
him. I will take LeBron at
You
49 years old.
you put him in so many trade
Bro.
packages. It's hilarious. If I
Because
could
we
run
cannot
back,
stand that, brother. We cannot stand that.
but
Man,
but it's
no,
like
no.
if I could cut up every show that we've ever done together, Larry, and
I have
name all the
130 trade
Jabari trades
scenarios.
that you could put out
I
there,
have
I would trade
130
Jabari for
trade
him. I
scenarios.
trade Jabari for this. I trade. I trade Jabari for Arch
Yeah,
Manning. Like, dude,
I
it's
would.
hilarious.
I
It's
would.
Yes.
hilarious.
He can't even throw a ball. I would, bro. Like, dude, I want that dude off my team so bad. I want him off my bed because I look at him from where he was drafted and what we get from him, and I want him. No, let me take that back. You know who I want gone on the Rockets more than Jabari Smith? Reed Shepard. And if we could package them both together, hey, look,
I want
he's
Amen Thompson gone, but
gone.
that's just me.
I mean,
Excuse me, not Amen Sengun. I want Sengun gone. My bad.
but I feel like with competent point guard play, those two could be way better. But I will sign LeBron James if it's a sign and trade and we ship Jabari to the Lakers all day, all day. He can come to Houston. We can get him a grill. We can get him a slab with some swangers and some pop
Candy,
Trump.
candy paint
Hey,
dripping. But seriously,
yeah,
are you
candy
are
cane
you guys
dripping.
surprised that LeBron came out and said I'm not coming back, or do you really think it was really the Lakers that didn't want him back? And
I think it was more him because the Lakers signed his son with good faith that he'd come back. If the Lakers knew that LeBron James wasn't coming back, there's no reason to sign the son. I
Um,
think LeBron told them that they weren't coming back because they were waiting for him to make a move.
well, I don't.
you
But see,
know what I'm
in
gonna
my
say?
mind, I feel like the Lakers that we're waiting for LeBron to say, "Dude, are you playing this year at all?" Or but like really, it doesn't matter. We're making moves. Like I think once they signed Austin Reeves, that signaled like we don't really care what you do. And that's kind of how I really think you're overvaluing him, and I really feel like they didn't care. Like he's the third wheel. Like we got better things to do. Then like we got $70 million in cap space. We're eating some of that with Austin Reeves, and we still have to find Luka a center. Like you're not a part of the plan.
They got
You're talking about a guy who averages. He averaged 21 points a game this past year. Shot.
Does he play center
from the field?
Does he play center?
No, he doesn't play center. DeAndre Ayton does.
Okay, yeah, that's who Luka wanted. That's what Luka wanted, not LeBron. He never said the priority is bringing LeBron back. He said the priority is getting him an A-list center.
That's what he said. Is DeAndre Ayton an A-list center?
No.
What's that? No.
Is DeAndre Ayton an A-list center?
If he was an A-list center, he wouldn't have opted into that crappy contract.
Right.
$8 million, dude. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he wouldn't have opted in because he knew he needed a job. He don't want to get fired on his day off.
He wasn't getting $8 million on the free agent market. He wasn't getting $8 million. Dude, I'm gonna just put it like this. I think that both of you guys are right. I think that he wanted to see what moves the Lakers gonna make. Because remember, he always said, "I like to control the narrative," and I think he wanted to wait. I think they intentioned him coming back in the fold. That's why you signed Bronny. But I think if they would have made one of these big moves, because if you look at the landscape, right, and look at the timing of when he came out and said he's not coming back. We've seen the Giannis trade go down. We've seen the LaMelo trade go down. We've seen the Ja trade go down. If the Lakers had another big move, I think he would have opted in. He would have said, "I'm coming back." But once they hadn't had all these, 5 of the all-stars on the team, he said, "Where's my best chance to get another championship? Not on this team. Maybe another team," because he literally waited to all these trades to happen to say, "I'm not coming back." If he had said this before any of these trades happened, then I would have been like, okay, yeah, they're moving on without him. But I think they intentioned him come back in the fold, and he said, "You know what? I need to get another ring. Let me see what the landscape look like. I'm not coming back," because all the big moves have been made. I don't see another big trade happening at this stage of the game. I don't see it.
Jaylen Brown.
I mean, but I don't think the Lakers had the capital to get Jaylen Brown. Does that make sense?
They do, but I mean,
because even Giannis, think about it. Giannis didn't go for a lot. Giannis didn't go for a lot. Ja didn't go for a lot. LaMelo, if you go back and look at it, he really didn't go for a lot. Brown, they're saying they need at least 4 firsts. At least 4 firsts for Brown. That's the going rate. The Lakers don't have 4 firsts to give up for Brown. So I don't think that would have happened. And at this point here, I wouldn't be surprised if he said, "I'm going to Boston." I wouldn't be surprised.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Who cares where he goes?
Yeah,
seriously,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Cares.
Dude is a ring chaser, dude. Dude is a ring chaser. They already had 8 secret meetings.
Why is that a negative? Why is that a negative scar on LeBron?
It's one thing to chase rings on the same team, but he just does it team hopping. That's what makes it different. And it's like he just goes from situations. He can't stick in one. He's like a woman that just can't stay in a relationship. When things get hard, he goes to the next relationship, and then when it gets hard, he goes to the next one. That's what he. And listen, I'm not even gonna. I'm done. I'm done killing him for it. I'm done killing him for him. That's who you are. That's what you want to do with your life. You don't want to stick it out in a bad relationship and try to make it better. You just want to go to the next one, to the next cute girl. That's who you are. Fine, go do that. He's been doing it for 23. He's done it for 23 years. He's done it for 23 years. Yeah, he's won everywhere he's gone because he had to leave the situation he was at. Yeah. He didn't keep winning in Miami. He left. He didn't keep winning in Cleveland. He left. That's what he does. That's
if the team isn't
It's
for me, I feel like
contract.
if the team isn't for me, I feel like if the team isn't loaded or they're not in a position to load the team up, he's out of there.
And he doesn't feel adored.
That is
They don't
such
listen
a
to him.
bad argument. Again, I'm not going to turn this into the LeBron James show, but that's
We can
such a
turn it
bad
into
argument.
LeBron show because you just woke me up because like we could talk about it for the next 5 minutes. You have your point because you're a Bron sexual. I have mine because I'm rooted in reality. That's it. You as a Bron sexual will sit here and make everything that he does justifiable because you like him. That's fine. I will sit here and look at it on half empty, half full. I look at it as half empty. The guy just can't stick it out in the situation and has to leave. And when he in that situation, when he sees the ship sinking, he doesn't try to help them fix the ship. He goes and jumps to the next ship. That's what he does.
That's not accurate.
At this point,
that's not
accurate. He goes and jumps.
Yes, it is because when Dwayne Wade, stop. No, when Dwayne Wade started to get old, he left Miami. When Dwayne
his
Wade,
contract was up, he didn't force his way out of there.
He could have stayed. He could have stayed and rebuilt that team in Miami. No, he went back to Cleveland.
His contract was up in Cleveland. When his contract was up in Cleveland, he made a decision to go to Miami. When his contract was up in Miami, he made a decision to come to LA. When his contract was up in LA, he made a decision to go to Cleveland. Like he doesn't like you're making it seem like he James Harden stuff.
Wait, Aaron, let me drop something.
Go ahead.
Let me drop something, right? And I'm just telling you, I've had this conversation with plenty of dudes, and I'm gonna tell you something, Aaron, and you sit back and you think about it. We all know the decision, the secret meeting. We're gonna go to Miami, and actually, Melo was supposed to be part of the team too, because they wanted to load up to beat Boston, right? They all took
breaking news. Luke Kennard has signed a 2-year, $13 million deal with Phoenix Suns.
That ain't no breaking news, man. That's just a footnote, man.
Luke Kennard, the former guy that came over with LeBron in LA, he's now in Phoenix.
Wait. So let me finish, Aaron. I'm gonna tell you this. I want y'all to digest this, right? They all took less than max contracts. That's the only way they were able to go to Miami, right? You go back to Cleveland. You only went to Cleveland because they had 3 out of 4 number 1 picks, and you traded 2 of them, Wiggins and Bennett, to get Kevin Love. That's the only reason why you stayed there. You didn't go to LA because LA was in the crapper. You went to LA where they literally traded Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball was the number 2 pick, Hart, and they traded a first to get you KD. He's a ring chasing, chip hopping, however Barry want to call it, and he's not going to go to. He does not go to a situation like he said.
Why would you? Would you? Would you?
He didn't go to Cleveland because I know Cleveland. He went to Cleveland because they had 3 out of 4 number 1 picks. Kyrie was there, and they could trade for whatever other guy he wanted. He went to.
So you're mad because he's a smart businessman. And he wants to say,
we're not mad that he's a smart businessman. Like I've said it to you before too, Aaron. Like if I ever got a job offer for more money and to not have to commute 5 hours a day, I would take that job. That I'm not begrudging him.
You're ring chasing, you're money hopping.
No, but that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not begrudging him that, and I'm not saying that's not what that he doesn't have the right to do that. But don't discredit how he leaves situations.
Yes.
He didn't leave Cleveland the first time because his contract was up. He left Cleveland the first time because he couldn't win there. That's why he left. He left Miami because Dwayne Wade was getting old and he couldn't win there. He couldn't beat San Antonio. He left Cleveland because Kevin Love got old and they couldn't win there. He's leaving LA because they can't win there. That's why he leaves. He doesn't go to the best situation just because it's a better situation to ring hop. He also leaves the situation that he's in because he can't win there anymore. That's the point.
Let me get this straight. Your logic is flawed. Your
And
logic is flawed
if
because
wherever he goes, if they don't have all of the pieces in place and all the the right draft capital, he's not
To
going.
make it easy for him. To make it
Yeah,
easy for
when
him.
he
make it
came
easy
to
for him.
LA, who was in LA?
Brandon Ingram,
Anthony
Lonzo
Davis.
Ball, Hart. Then they had a first round pick that they all traded out of there immediately to get AD. Dude, Josh Hart just won a championship, bro.
Salute to him.
They literally, dude, when the Lakers got bounced, they literally was like, we need a glue guy like Josh Hart. You had Josh Hart. You had the guy. LeBron said, get him up out of here. Dude, like I said, bro, that's the only knock on me. And he goes to these situations where they are ideal for him to kind of, quote unquote, chase these rings. So I think he's going to go wherever the best situation for him to try to get another championship is where he's going to end up at. And he's not going to go to a team that he can, pull them up and raise them up. He's going to go to a ready-made situation and he's going to be, who he's going to be. I mean, that's just the nature of it. Because he wants to, dude. You know what, Aaron? I'm gonna tell you this, bro. And anybody's watching the show, this is why me and Barry are the way me and Barry are, because he wants to be Jordan so bad. He wears the dude's number. He wears his number, but says that he's better than him.
He's never said that. He's never said he's better than Jordan.
When they asked him about the GOAT conversation,
he never said he's better than Jordan.
He literally just came out and said, if I wanted to start a team, I would pick myself.
Okay.
Over Jordan.
When you?
Dude, okay. Like he said, he's gonna go wherever he goes.
I don't understand why. If the shoe was on the other foot, if Barry Jordan and Larry Kareem Gunther the first had the situation that they had, why in the world would you not do the same thing? I don't get it.
Okay, Aaron. So let me tell you this, right? And this is where I'm gonna end this conversation at. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a Shaq fan. You know what Shaq said? He said, "Dude, I wanted to beat my competition. I didn't want to join them because if I wanted to join, if I wanted, he said, if I wanted to do that, he said, if I wanted to do that, I would have went play with Jordan and Pippen and won 20 rings with them."
Different mentality, though. You can't blame.
Exactly. Different mentality.
Have a Shaq mentality.
LeBron has a different mentality.
Different mentality.
And I listen. He's 40-something years old. I accept that as who he is. I'm not gonna argue against it anymore. That's who he is. I mean, he's been that for 20 plus years. That's who you are. Yeah. Be you. Be proud of it. I
can't. Like I said, for me personally, dude. Like I said, dude, I can't put you in legendary status without, like you said, the grind, the wanting to beat your competition, not join your competition. I can't put you in that. Like, Barry, remember we was getting into it about Brunson, and we literally was saying he's not going to be a bigger legend than Ewing, even though he won a ring, because guys absolutely love the respect of all the grind that Ewing went through.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Ewing is a bigger Nick than Brunson.
And listen, even though Brunson won the chip, I hate how they are just downgrading Ewing's Nick career. I really do. It's so sad. The all-time scoring Nick and the guy that played on a bad leg so many times. Like, the Knicks wouldn't have been anywhere near a championship if it wasn't for Ewing. You know what I mean? And he didn't have as much help. And Brunson won the championship, and they just want to take a dump on Ewing's Nick career. I hate that. I really do.
Ewing didn't say, "Hey, Reggie Miller, you ain't got a ring. Come join my team, Reggie Miller. We could rent a team.
Different game, bro. We can't continue to sit there and use 2026 logic and 2026 games.
It's the same basket. The ball is still the same size. It still goes in the same size hoop. Like, it's a weak mentality. It's not a weak mentality.
It's a new age mentality that people refuse to adapt to.
Steph Curry didn't leave the Warriors, and he didn't
have to.
He got a chip. He got his fourth chip by staying there. I give him
Steph Curry didn't have to. He was gifted Kevin Durant. He
He
was
didn't need him.
gifted Klay Thompson.
He really
He's
didn't
about
need
to
him.
be gifted LeBron
They
James.
came to him. It wasn't a
My
gift.
point
They came
exactly.
to
Different
him.
terms. You can't use stuff.
He didn't leave. He didn't
He
leave.
didn't
Look,
have to.
to play with
look,
KD.
I don't care. I don't care where he go. Next subject. Next. I don't like giving. I don't even like
Yeah,
giving that guy
like
this
me
much
too. I don't care.
airtime.
Screw
I don't
LeBron.
like giving this guy this much airtime.
Screw
That's my
LeBron.
man.
Like,
100 grand.
Screw-
That's my man.
yeah,
100 grand.
look,
Listen,
that's like me
it-
giving Brandon Ayuk airtime, and I don't really want to give neither one of them.
no, we're not. We're not doing that. We're not. I'm leaving the show if we start talking about Brandon. I'm leaving the show. Like
Hey,
if we
look,
talk about
Aaron,
Brandon Ayuk
get your
or
dumb
OJ
button ready,
Simpson
Aaron.
not getting into that Ring of Honor, I'm leaving the show. Okay, I'm out.
Look,
Monday's
dude,
gonna be fun.
don't
Monday's
get,
gonna
don't
be
get me
fun.
started. Don't get me started about Ring of Honors, Barry, because yeah, I'm kind of annoyed right now.
I mean,
Yankees
like
are in
we
a
can
free
talk
fall.
about. I really quick. I agree that you can't erase OJ from the Bills' history, but guess what? They have every right to do so.
Dude, but if you remember what we always say, can you tell the story of the Bills without OJ?
But do you want to tell the story of the Bills with OJ?
Can you
On the
tell
field,
the
yes.
story
On the
On the
field,
field,
yes.
on the
on
field,
the field? On the field.
And I think that's where people kind of misconstrue it. Like, it's okay to acknowledge that he was a great Bill, but just not talk about him, off the field. Like,
Yeah.
and people were trying to come at me like, because I said because of his legal problems, I kept it pretty vague, and they're like, oh, he was proven innocent in a court of law, asshole. I'm like, of robbery? Did you forget about that charge? The 12 counts of robbery that he got convicted and went to jail for? Like, don't come at me. Don't come at me if you don't know what you're talking about. I'm not talking about his murder case. I'm talking about the robbery. The murder case is, he's innocent. Proven innocent, fine. But he's still got a record. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, dude. Like,
Yeah, but you can't tell
the story of the Bills without him, but it's their right to if they don't want to. And
I mean, I get it, but dude, you can't even, Barry, you think I'm joking? You can't tell the story of the NFL without OJ. He's literally the first 2,000-yard rusher.
You can't tell college, right?
No, you can't. You can't. And I'm just being real. If they go back and just say every team pulled up every player in their Ring of Honor, I'm quite sure we're gonna find some pretty ugly, nasty shit. Point blank. We're gonna find a whole bunch of skeletons that may have been exposed or not exposed. And at that point, like we always say, you can't pick and choose. And you can honor OJ for his on the field stuff. You can do it. There's guys in the Hall of Fame right now that are literally criminals. You can do it.
Absolutely.
Literally criminal.
And I feel like you can tell the story with him. You can tell it without him, because it's just that, I don't want that negative publicity. That's why they don't want to do it. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's their right. It's their right to include him or not. But you know what? We knew this was coming. We knew this.
I mean, dude, and I'll go even further, dude. Can you tell the story of the Falcons without Michael Vick? You can't.
No, you shouldn't.
No.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. But
You
but they
can't.
will. They. I bet you they'll try.
I mean, yeah. I mean, hell, you can't pick and choose which guys off field stuff matters and which guys don't. It's what they did on the field, And I get in my feelings about it a little bit because I started thinking about the TO stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You make this guy wait a year because of the off field crap to get into the Hall of Fame. What does that have to do with it? Because he was the asshole. What does that matter if you don't like him? On the field, first ballot, no matter what, Hall of Famer, hands down. But you say, oh, we're going to make him wait a year. Or, oh, we're going to not include OJ. Oh, this and this. Because when I look at guys on the fields, I always tell people this. Would I go watch them play a game? Yeah, I would. Do I want them babysitting my kids? Hell no. I mean, we're just keeping it real. Like you can do that. You can look at a player and say, literally just said, hey, off the field, I have no problem with LeBron. On the court, yeah, I'm judging him from the court. You can separate the two, and you could have said we're honoring OJ Simpson for on field. And I'll
And
go even further.
you know the outcry if that would have happened about when they did it. Oh, how can you honor this man with his track? You know that there's just both sides of the coin. So they
But you
just
could
try
have
to avoid the conversation altogether.
they could have just left his name up there and not even mentioned him about anything. They could have just left
But
his name up there.
you
But
know
the
that
thing is,
either
for
there's
opening a
a
new
sensitive
stadium,
group. There's a sensitive group that would say something like, "I can't believe you have OJ on the Ring of Honor, knowing what he did."
He's in the Hall of Fame. If you go in the
No, but
Hall of Fame, he's in there.
listen, Larry. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just telling you. You know, there would have been a sect of people that would have got pissed off if his name was on the Ring of Honor. That's just what it was. Like,
I mean,
one of my friends that I went to
though.
college with, good friend of mine. We're really, we don't talk as much anymore, but good friend. She to this day will never want me to talk about Michael Vick. She hates him to this day. Animal love.
you mentioned Michael Vick to Stacy. She's gonna have a connection fit.
That's exactly my point. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I think the lesser of the two evils is to leave him off, because then that conversation eventually goes away. But if you put him on that Ring of Honor, that conversation never goes away. Am I wrong, Larry?
But then what about all the Bills fans that's like, hey, we want him. So it's okay to piss off one but not piss off the other?
No,
I love Michael Vick.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm saying is, if you leave his name off, eventually that conversation goes away. If you leave that name on, that never goes away until you get rid of the name.
Dude,
I'm watching this Mexico Ecuador game. Like,
they literally still sell OJ Simpson Bills retro jerseys. They literally still sell them.
Probably not on purpose. Like, probably like the put your name.
You know what? You could take our Fanatics league and probably go to Fanatics and pick up a couple of OJ retros.
Yeah, we don't encourage that, but please click on our link shop for Fanatics.
Click on the link. Shout out to Fanatics. Go pick up whatever retro whatever.
You could probably even use one of our links. Go to executivesdeal.com/deals. You can click on the 49ers shop and you can get you an old OJ Simpson 49ers jersey. You heard me?
Your jersey's gonna be free.
I have one. Matter of fact, but yeah, like I said, it's when you can't not offend one without offending the other, but you can't tell the story of the Bills without him. So I feel like you just leave him in there because you're gonna offend one fan base or the other. You can't tell the story of the Falcons without Michael Vick. You can't tell the story of a lot of these teams without Aaron. Steelers, love him to death. AB is a part of the Steelers' history, bro. AB.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger is a part of the Steelers.
AB's not going into the Ring of Honor.
Big Ben Roethlisberger ain't going nowhere but to rehab. I hope that boy. He got plenty of problems.
People try to sweep what Big Ben did under the rug, but Big Ben is in the ring.
It'll come back once his name gets talked about in the Hall of Fame. It'll come back up.
That's what I'm just saying. You can't. You can't without Big Ben.
He better not be. He better not be.
He's gonna be a first.
How is he the first battle Hall of Famer over Eli Manning? I think that's ridiculous.
He's going in there. He's going in there the year that TB12 goes in there.
Dude, you know what? I'll go even further. Dude, I'm about to piss off a whole bunch of people because I'm in my rant mode, right? I'm in my rant mode. Is Brett Favre still in the Packers Hall of Fame with the shit that he did?
No, absolutely.
Can you not tell the story of the Packers without Brett Favre? No, you can't.
You can't.
What he did is heinous.
He hasn't been convicted yet.
Because
are we doing that? Okay.
It's heinous though.
Once he's convicted, then we got a gripe. Right now, it's alleged. It's innocent until proven guilty. It's not like Jay-Z, guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, but you're gonna piss off one side of your fan base if you leave him out. You're gonna piss off another half if you leave him in. Leave him in because you
What about
can't
that?
tell the
What about that?
Packers a lot.
That tight end that he used to play with. That boy, Chamara. What's his face? Mark Chamara.
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember him.
Yeah,
yeah.
he got some issues too. So
Yeah. I mean, but you can't. The Packers ain't removing Brett Favre, so
yeah.
leave him in there.
I doubt they'll ever remove him. I doubt they'll ever remove him.
No,
To be honest with you, I don't think they'll
they
ever remove him.
won't. They won't. But like I said, off the field, on the field, two different things. Sorry, y'all. Had to go into my rant. I'm bringing myself back down now.
No, you good, big dog. You good, big dog.
Hey.
Villain,
We
you want
rip
to talk?
band-aids off of stuff, bro, when we don't shy away from nothing, like you say.
No, we don't. We duck no smoke, man. We duck no smoke. Villain, you want to talk about something before we get out of here?
Yankees stink. Wow, what a goal!
Yeah,
Mexico.
that was beautiful.
Mexico.
Yeah, Yankees in the middle of a free fall, and Sorsby is preparing for 2027 because he dropped his suit and is going to prepare for 2027.
Who? Oh yeah, Sorsby. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think the league informed him. Yeah, that basically, next year. So,
it's a you prove yourself for a year, stay out of trouble, don't gamble on nobody, and we'll maybe.
No, that's exactly what he's going to do. He needs the money, but CFL said no, we ain't taking you either. So shout out to CFL for standing on business too.
UFL.
We'll see. The Rock never shied away from a controversy or any type of publicity. But now, listen, Yankees stink right now. They can't score runs like that. The first time in their franchise history, they went, I think, like 3 or 4, maybe more games, and only got 3 hits. They got swept by the worst team in the division, the Red Sox, and then are about to lose a series at home to the Tigers. So the only thing worse than watching the Yankees play or watching the Mets play. I'm sorry, my
man. Look, what did I tell y'all? I wish Steve was on it. Steve needs to be on it. What did I tell y'all? What I tell y'all?
You say a lot.
Astros going to play with my emotions. Astros are going to play with my emotions. And guess who's in the wild card right now?
I mean, you're 2.5 games out of first place. Stop the cap. Stop it.
They're in a wild card right now. Look at what they were to begin the season.
We didn't even have fireworks in the home run derby in the summer class.
Look at where they were to begin the season, bro.
You were in the bottom.
They were gonna play. They're gonna play with emotions. They're not gonna. Steve was like, "Oh, they're gonna be just bad enough to be good enough." And yeah, they are playing with my emotions right now. Like, stop.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
Why not to talk you Astros fans off the ledge every year? And I'm a Yankee fan. I can't stand y'all.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't want to. I jump. Push the button. Push the button.
Push the button.
You heard what she said. Push the
button. You know how things, you get shiny things on your finger, man. You know, these 2 rings got to sit on those girls, man. Look.
Yo.
You talk about you gotta beat the man to beat a man, dude. Who been the man? He's been the man in the AL for how long?
Yeah,
he's been the man.
I mean, listen, we're what, about a little less than 80 days away from NFL. The last thing I'll bring up too, Larry. Do you think Aaron Donald will come back?
No.
I think for Aaron Donald, because of the way he works out, he has to give himself that, that test. He's probably going to be in camp and say, hey, am I in football shape? I work out all the time, but am I in football shape? If he's in football shape, I think he plays. If he says, no, I'm not.
Right?
Huh?
They don't need him to play a lot. Like, give me 15, 20 snaps.
Well, I mean, even if it's 15, 20 snaps, for Aaron Donald, he has to be in football shape. And I think that if he's in football shape and he says, yes, I can do it, he'll do it. But I think if he just says, hey, look, I've been working out a lot. Come on, we all go to the gym. It's a difference between working out in the gym and going to play basketball.
I go out there and ball. I be in the gym every day. I can't go out there and ball like that.
Yeah, been 2 different things. And if he says he's not in football shape, I don't think he plays. Because
villain,
they have another ring.
What's the status on Neighbors?
I haven't heard much. I don't think he plays. at least halfway through the year.
Ooh.
In my opinion.
Do they switch out that field? That's
You keep asking that question. That foot ain't going nowhere, bro.
I mean, who's the one that's standing on business? Your boy Kittle, man. Like, shout
Yeah.
out to
yeah.
George Kittle, man.
Kittle
Like,
standing on
he's holding
business.
their feet to the fire. I wish more people would join in on that because it's really something that he's passionate about, and it makes a lot of sense. Like the World Cup has been great to watch. They're in the round of 32 right now. I'm literally listening to you guys talking. I'm watching the World Cup game. But all these fields have put in grass. Most of them. Some of them already have it. If you want to protect your investment, put the grass back in for these guys. And you're just talking about the cost.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. You make hand over fist. You make about what 11-12 million dollars in revenue a year, $1 billion in revenue a year.
The NFL make all this money, dude. They barely even broadcast in 4K. I just watch World Cup games in 4K. I watch college games in 4K, and the NFL says it's too expensive. That make sense.
Basically, dude, the World Cup, like, shout out to FIFA and everybody that's put on the World Cup. They have done
well done.
Fox has done a great job covering it. It's great. It really is. And shout out to the cameramen that really, once a goal is scored, they pan right to the hot girl in the crowd.
They do.
Shout out to them.
I will say this. I was very, very scared for our country to host something like this. Okay, because we are not the country that is very inclusive and includes people that don't look like you, talk like you.
Our president sucks. He's an idiot.
Right. And to date, I haven't seen or heard of any type of shenanigans at any of these sites. So
I think I've seen an incident here or there, but for the most part, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I think
it's so. I mean, it's
been about playing at Madison Square Garden either.
It's been about ball on the field. It's been about ball on the field.
Honestly, if anything, these fans that have come from wherever country they've come from have had a great time. They've been touristy. They've gone to baseball games. Like that, the only reason you care about a Mets game at Citi Field is because a bunch of fans from Norway was at the game.
Yeah.
They were at the Red Sox game singing "Sweet Caroline" and they're doing their chants. Like, they're injecting. There's so much money. Like, people want to say how much money the Super Bowl makes. FIFA makes you a lot of money, bro. Like, a lot of money. So it's been an influx of revenue that you can't even quantify. WrestleMania for 2 nights makes a lot of money. The Super Bowl for 1 night makes a lot of money. FIFA is like a month long. It's making bank.
It's making bank. Yeah, it's making a ton of money then. Yeah. Let's get up out of here, Larry. You know what to do. Shut us down, big dog.
Hey, one thing I did want to talk about, man. Hey, look, I didn't get a chance to do the video, but must see TV. That Boots and which kind of fight was must see TV. Yes, boxing is y'all talking about some gates generating money. Boxing is making a big comeback right now. A lot of big fights coming up. Earl Spence is returning back to the ring. That's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, Earl Spence is back. Canelo got postponed. He got postponed in his fight.
Yes, I heard that.
I'm looking at it now. I got pushed out
October.
I don't even know what's going on with Floyd Mayweather right now, man. Hopefully he gets.
I heard he's in legal trouble.
He's old.
Yeah,
he's old.
I mean, he's technically supposed to be retired, but he's fighting these exhibitions. But then now he's having tax problems, bad check problems.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It was a bad check. He's 49 years old, coming in to get a check from Pacquiao, who's 2 years younger.
Well, because they were, quote unquote, supposedly the rematch was always supposed to happen. He's supposed to fight. He's actually supposed to fight this weekend, but that fight got postponed because of the bad check thing, and then he has a issue. He owes some back taxes supposedly. But hopefully he can get all of that together. But outside of that, boxing is making a really good comeback. Like I say, if you didn't even catch that card was really, really good. Ben Whitaker, hell of a knockout.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. And you know you get old when you start seeing guys' son box, and you're like,
Hey,
yeah,
son is doing stuff now, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good fight. But yeah, dude, like I say, if you haven't had a chance to watch the Boots fight, yeah, that was definitely must see TV. And as always, man, always a pleasure. Hopefully, we'll be back in the house with the Niners show. If you haven't caught it, you know the award-winning, soon Emmy nominated, whatever you want to call it. And we're doing big things, man. I'm out, man. Y'all boys take it easy.
Appreciate you, big dog, man. Appreciate you, big dog. Yeah, man. 49er show be back in the building. I'm assuming Monday we'll get that scheduled. Villain, get us out of here, big dog.
Yeah, man, appreciate everybody. Great week. I really missed Larry's boxing video, but Boots was he's amazing. But listen, we got a lot of stuff cooking. The website is up. Thank you everybody supporting. The blogs are up and cooking, man. Thank you for people checking those out. We got a show tomorrow. We'll be backstage business talking about wrestling. Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. Oba Femi and company. So a lot of good stuff happening this week. Interesting week in wrestling. Shout out to everybody. Stacy, shout out to Steve. We're doing big things, man. I appreciate everybody checking us out. I'm out.
Appreciate you, big dog, man. Yo, man, it's your boy Sirius repping that 412 and the 703, man. Such a privilege and actually a pleasure doing this show with these two gentlemen on tonight, man. They already alluded to it, man. Tomorrow we're back in the building with backstage business going over everything around the world of the WWE. Definitely get over to the website, check out our sponsors, our affiliates, the merchandise, the blogs. We got a lot more stuff coming down the pike. I cannot wait to peel back the curtain on that. I'm gonna close out my show like this, man. I wrote an article in regards to CJ2K, excuse me, Chris Johnson, who recently let the world know that he is suffering from ALS. Take care of your body. Detection. If you think of something, if you feel something, go get that taken care of, man. I always close out my shows like this, man. God is good, even though sometimes people are not, man. God bless you guys. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.